Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Kaba Ilco number 861P-2060-10. This is an aluminum-based cylinder collar in a 26D finish. 26D is just a term used to help us understand that the intended finish is simply satin chrome. 26D, US 26D, just really defines satin chrome, but falls short of defining it any further, such as telling us what the base material is, primarily what the base material is. So, is this satin chrome? Sure, but keep in mind that the base material has everything to do with the satin chrome that you're going to see. Made of aluminum, made of Zamac or zinc, made of steel, made of brass. And I don't believe there's a code for satin chrome on aluminum, even though there actually might be. So I referred to a document that I have in the website, the BHMA, Builders Hardware Manufacturers Association 5-page document that lists all of the finish codes. And US 26D is used in different instances where your base material is steel, where it's zinc, and where it's made of brass or bronze. But interestingly, they give finishes for aluminum-based materials, but none of it is satin chrome. For instance, if you wanted satin nickel plated over aluminum, it would be a 670 finish. They even do a bright chrome plated. And I'm going to say that I just simply don't know why it's not referred to there. The point of the matter is US 26D is a generic term that people can apply to different scenarios and not necessarily fall guilty of not being clear. When I said it's US 26D, it's up to the buyer to know what you're dealing with. Is this going to match US 26D on a cylinder collar made of aluminum that it would on the face of a cylinder that is 26D made of brass? It's not going to match exactly. This, however, would be arguably a very faithful representation, and I would certainly say complementary. But if I held this up to something made of brass, it's not going to look the same. Okay. However, it's not aluminum. It's much closer to satin chrome. Anyway, getting back to the matter at hand, the 861 is a straight or solid, they say solid, cylinder collar. The P in the part number defines the thickness. The P is an 11/32 of an inch thickness. 0.346 thick. It's going to have an outside dimension of 1.402, 1.402. It's going to have an inside dimension of 1.175. 1.175. This has a very small chamfer around both edges. Okay. Probably just to break that. That chamfer would be just a way to break that hard aluminum. This is going to be available in lots of finishes: your brass, your bronze, your chromes, dark brown, things of that. Black can probably also be ordered. The 26D, again, is the finish. And then the -10, that means when it comes from the factory, they're only going to sell it in a bag of 10. That's their packaging. You can buy it in any multiple that you want. Distributors like us will order bags of 10 and then ship out the quantity as requested. There is a link below this video to a document called Technical Drawing, and that's a Kaba Ilco internal document that just gives a whole lot of dimensions and over a whole lot of different part numbers as it pertains to different cylinder collars. Not really of much interest to you if all you need is a cylinder collar that's 11/32 of an inch. What may be of interest to you is the table down below this video that will show all of the 861s and how the part numbers change as the thickness changes. Okay, so P is relatively uncommon. Certainly what's a lot more common is going to be something like an 1/8 of an inch, a D size, or a C size, 3/32 of an inch. Even the R size is not unusual, the 1/2 inch. So where are you going to use a collar that's, you know, thicker than 5/16? Well, a thick collar like this might work out really well when you are installing a 7-pin interchangeable mortise cylinder housing onto an aluminum storefront door. You are the door contractor. Your obligation is to provide a cylinder compliant with small format 7-pin cores, but you're not doing the core at all. Well, you need to order that cylinder and get it installed onto your door. Well, if you try to run that 1 3/8 long cylinder onto your door without a collar, it's going to stick out quite a bit. So you might need a collar for that sort of application. You could be installing, you know, anything down to anything, and you simply have a dimension from the face of what you're applying it to the underside of the head of the cylinder. That could be an alarm bypass switch. It could be cylinder dogging on an exit device. It could be exterior trim on an exit device. Anywhere, really. But you're dealing with collars like this when you're dealing with longer cylinders, most certainly. You would not use this collar if you've got a 1-inch cylinder or a 15/16 cylinder on an aluminum storefront. Okay, you may not use a collar at all, other than this tiny one that cylinder probably comes with. Now, proper installation of this is exactly that. It's going to go under the head of the cylinder. This will go down into the cylinder, and then you'll thread it down. Or if it's a rim cylinder, which it could be, it's going to go under the head of the rim cylinder. Proper installation would also allow this to turn. Not rattle on the door, but turn. The intention of it turning is to defeat the pipe wrench attack, because the OD of this cylinder collar is likely to be just marginally greater than the OD of the cylinder head itself. So I would keep that in mind, that would be a proper installation. You want this to turn. And if anyone says that shouldn't turn, which you do hear very occasionally, no, it's supposed to turn. That's the way that this was designed several decades ago. Other collars are down below, adjustable spring style, tapered collars. You can get those items to take a wave washer. Sometimes you do need a wave washer on a tapered collar. I don't see a wave washer listed in our tables of miscellaneous parts, but I will have that added by the time you're seeing this. Okay. There is a horizontal line of navigation above this video that will allow you to review all of the different collars from Kaba Ilco. You can drill quickly through the different finishes, drill quickly into the different thicknesses as well. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Kaba Ilco products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Kaba Ilco, this is their part number 861P-26D, or any other Kaba Ilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.